The President has broadly outlined a lot of the benefits of the Affordable Care Act in a speech yesterday. I want to talk about this website and ask specifically, what is wrong with it?
Well, I think what we know is that we had an enormous volume, and the volume both caused some issues to show up and exposed some additional issues. People can't get through it as quickly as possible. We can't get the volume through, although people are getting through every day. So we're not at all satisfied with the workings of the website. We want it to be smooth and easy and let consumers compare plans and choose a plan that's good for themselves and their family, and that's what I'm focused on.
So this was a volume problem?
Well, I think volume was extremely high, which is good news. We've had nearly 20 million people visit the website in the first 3 weeks, and that shows, I think, the pent-up interest that people have in affordable, available health coverage. But I would say volume caused some problems, but it also exposed some additional problems. And so we're working hard to make sure that people can go on the site, find the plans they want, make good decisions for themselves and their families.
You know, according to congressional investigators, just weeks before the launch, about 2/3 of insurers had some concerns, specific concerns that the website would not be ready. Just days before the launch, a test was conducted, and the website crashed with just a few hundred users at that time. How was the decision made to still go forward?
Well, Sanjay, there are people in this country who have waited decades for affordable health coverage for themselves and their families. I see them all over the country. You probably saw them on your recent bus tour, people who are so eager for this to happen. And what's clear is we have a product. The product really works. We have created a market where there wasn't a market. People have competitive private plans at affordable prices. They have the advantage, if they don't have employer paying a share of their coverage, they are going to have some tax help paying a share of their coverage. So waiting is not really an option. People can sign up on the website, at the call center, in person. We have people signing up each and every day. We just want to make sure that the website works smoothly for everybody.
What degree of confidence did you have on October 1st when you woke up that things were going to go smoothly?
Well, I was optimistic that things would go smoothly. I felt that the day had finally come. I've done this work now for 3.5 years, implementing this historic law. We've already gotten millions of people affordable coverage, young adults, parents with children with pre-existing conditions who had no options before now have lots of options. We're going to make sure that people actually can take advantage of this. And what's the good news is that although, as the President said yesterday, the shopping cart may not be working quite well, the products are on the shelves. We have created a market. We're early in the first quarter in football terms. We have a 6-month open enrollment period, and I am confident that millions of Americans at the end of open enrollment, March 31st, will have affordable coverage for the first time in their lives.
This whole process, and obviously this being one of the biggest domestic policy initiatives of this administration, there were changes being made, it sounded like, to the website pretty close to the end. One of the changes that you're probably been getting questions about is this idea that there was a feature to basically create it so that people had to sign up or actually register before being able to see plans. One of the concerns was that they would not be able to comparison shop, or it might hide actual premium prices. Is that true?
Well, I don't know what you're referring to. I do know that we have two options. There is the so-called Learn site of healthcare.gov, where people can actually find out about insurance. What we know is a lot of people don't know a lot about insurance. They don't know how to balance that in their monthly budgets. There also is a way to pull up information about your state, what's available, what the plans look like. What you can't find out on that side of the plan, you can use a calculator, but you can't really find out what tax subsidy you and your family might be eligible for. The other side is the enroll side, and at healthcare.gov, and you can go on, and at that point your tax subsidy can be figured in a very individualized basis. And what we know is that the large majority of uninsured eligible Americans are eligible for some financial help buying that coverage, lowering their premium costs.
Did you try signing on the site yourself?
I have created an account on the site. I have not tried signing up because I have insurance.
Did you find it challenging? What did you think of it?
Well, I think there certainly are some challenges. It could be smoother, it could be easier to access, and that's really what we're working on. I mean, nobody says the site is working the way we want it to. Certainly the President acknowledged that yesterday. No one could be more frustrated than I am and the President that this isn't smooth. People are signing up every day. People have available coverage, and no one, I think it's important to say, Sanjay, is losing coverage now. The earliest the plans start is January 1st. If you sign up by the 15th of December, you will have coverage on day one. So people are frustrated with a website, but the product is there, the prices are good, it will not sell out, and the prices won't change.
The President did say that he was angry about this. I mean, do you know when he first knew that there was a problem?
Well, I think it became clear fairly early on, the first couple of days. That
So not before that, though? Not before
No,
October 1st? There was no concern at that point, either in the White House or at HHS?
I think that we talked about having testing going forward, and if we had an ideal situation and could have built a product in a 5-year period of time, we probably would have taken 5 years, but we didn't have 5 years, and certainly Americans who rely on health coverage didn't have 5 years for us to wait. We wanted to make sure we made good on this final implementation of the law. And again, people can sign up. Call center is open for business. We've had 1,100,000 calls. We've had 19 million people visit the website, 500,000 accounts created, and people are shopping every day. So people are signing up. And there's help in neighborhoods around the country that people can have a one-on-one visit with a trained navigator and figure out how to sign up. So people are able to sign up.
How many people have signed up? And up until now, she hasn't answered that particular question. So will she this time? See what she says. That's next.